Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've tried so many of these. Too many probably. But this one stands out. It caught me off guard. Let's figure out why together. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer decided to switch to a new device after growing tired of their old router, which repeatedly failed after firmware updates. They were drawn to this particular router because of the manufacturer's great reputation for providing reliable software updates and a more generous warranty period compared to the competition. The appeal of upgrading to a more modern wireless standard was also a key factor in their decision. The initial setup, however, proved to be somewhat complicated. Our reviewer encountered a snag with the MAC address settings during the quick installation, which prevented the router from connecting to the internet. It took some digging through the advanced configuration menu and a call to their internet provider to resolve what was flagged as a security issue. Once that hurdle was cleared and the router was online, the performance was generally impressive. The management interface, available through a web portal or a phone app, was a highlight, incredibly user-friendly and far superior to their previous experience. The only real letdown was the signal range. This client was surprised to find that their much older router actually provided better coverage to the most distant corners of their large home. To get a reliable signal everywhere, they had to install a separate Wi-Fi extender. In the end, they believe this router is an excellent choice for anyone in a small or medium-sized house. For larger homes, however, our reviewer suggests that a dedicated mesh system would probably be a better investment to ensure seamless coverage throughout the entire space.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer is absolutely blown away by this router. It's more than enough for what I need, and honestly I suspect it's powered by some sort of advanced technology. I have internet service that's supposed to give me 400, but I'm actually getting around 505 right at the router itself. Setting it up was a breeze. I had to reboot it a few times after changing some settings, but that wasn't an issue at all. Its processor makes reboots nice and quick. Our reviewer also found it incredibly versatile and configurable, offering a ton of features that weren't available on other routers this client looked at. In terms of power and capability, it rivals the professional-grade one they use at work, but it provides full bandwidth and throughput to each port, even with all the security features turned on. The work router only allows about 350 MB throughput, but with this one, they're getting over 1,200 MB connection rates to their laptop, and speed tests in the browser show almost the same results as the router's built-in speed test. This client knows that the biggest complaint people have about their routers is that they don't get the download speeds they're paying for in their browsers, but most people don't understand bandwidth overhead and don't buy a router fast enough to deliver those speeds. For their situation, this router is a beast and outperformed several others they've tried that promised a lot but couldn't deliver. On a side note, this reviewer initially tried a refurbished version of this router, and it was a nightmare trying to set it up. It caused all sorts of problems with the servers and remote connections. The vendor was great about the return and refund though, so that's a plus. There's definitely something wrong with that refurbished unit. The difference in cost between that and the new one was small, but the difference in frustration and blood pressure was huge.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer decided to try this network router after switching out all of their old Netgear gear. Setup was a breeze with the auto configuration working perfectly. If you prefer, you can also dive in and set things up manually. There's just one small hiccup there. When assigning SSIDs to your wireless channels, the setup defaults to giving the 2.4 and 5 bands the same name, even if you're trying to customize them. So you'll need to correct that if you want separate broadcast names for each. Once our reviewer got used to the web GUI, they found the interface excellent. Most options are presented logically and are easy to understand. All the pro tools like WAN, LAN, wireless, guest network, and QoS settings are easily accessible. The best part is how smoothly you can make changes. The client reports it never locked up, failed to respond, or failed to save setting changes. As for performance, the 2.4 band signal strength is excellent throughout their 2100 SQ FT 2-story home. The 5 band is nothing special, but it does the job. All devices on the 5 band, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and phones, were able to connect and maintain a signal throughout the house. Finally, the client mentions that they didn't buy this router for its looks, but for its potential performance and ability to handle a good number of connected devices, around 12-18 simultaneously. And it handles that workload well. As long as they can game on their wired PC while the family streams videos, everyone's happy, and so far, there haven't been any complaints.
That's a wrap. If you enjoyed this, drop a like and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Let's chat in the comments. See you in the next one.